I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby.
Once called Carolinas Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. Jukes out a one-stop. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go. Here we go.
Man in motion here.
Hut, hut.
Young off 1st and 10. Into the hands of Likely. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him...
Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
That's caught for the first. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go.
Ready, ready. Hut.
Working inside the red zone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Jukes one defender. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. First down, here's Swift. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. This one finds Goddard. He's got it in the red zone. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Here's Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears finish off their opening drive. It's a Rome Odunze touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Bears literally won up that opening touchdown drive, as they take a 7-6 lead here. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
At their own 37-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Young throwing here. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Set, hut, hut, hut. Ready, ready.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
22 needle. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Ready. Set.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
go. Slide through. Set, hut.
They're going for it, Young. Throw caught by his running back. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Williams to throw on first. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down carry for Achane. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Duke the defender. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow the lead to 7. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead to 8. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
On the double.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
From the pistol, it's Young. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Every tight end worth of salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Ready.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And they take him down right along the 30. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Here we go, set.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Ready, ready.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready.
Trying again following the sack. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 41-yard attempt.
Butker knocks it through. And that gets him back within 5.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. He's going to field this at the 2. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Working from the gun, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of this shotgun, a give to A.J. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Swift gets in on the option. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll run it with Swift. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Goddard makes the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. A drawn out. This is Swift. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Has his man, it's Odunze. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Chicago first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Bears trying to add to their lead. They'll come up 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. The screen pass falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Achane. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Williams from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Bears push the lead up to 12. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Okay, right?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Down.
Out of the gun, Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
First down, Williams. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Panthers are going to take over after the interception. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Brought in right side. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Tank Dell the touchdown. McPherson at the point after. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
On the return, the Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Looking to throw. He rolls to his right. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. And he had everyone thinking 6 before they finally get to him and stop that return.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set.
And in for the Chicago touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Bears push the lead up to 12. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Set, hut. Set, go.
A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Let's go now. Hut.
Play action now. Young. Flushed out of the pocket. Cut by the open man. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. Room to run inside the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Williams will look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has the connection to Odunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Here's Achane running right. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Rolling out to his left. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Williams set to pass. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Swift has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense up to the line fast. Williams to throw. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears hold an 11-point advantage. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears push the lead up to 12. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shovel 38. Ready.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. Oh, he loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready, go.
On 3rd down, it's Young. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Here we go. Here we
Offense
go.
still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Set.
They're going for it. Young. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Come on.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener.
The end of the 3rd quarter.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Set. Huh?
Young working from the gun. Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He's got it at the 5. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Down. Hut.
Trying it again with Hubbard. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Escapes out to the left. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! Panthers pick this one up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Complete over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go now.
They give to Brooks, running right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Ready. Set, go.
Young on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Here we go.
Young on the play action. Dell with the grab. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. Tank Dell the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 2nd one far bigger than his 1st when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in.
Now he's going to get in for a clutch 2-point play, but there's a flag down. Looked like somebody might have jumped. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Williams. Setting up the screen. Space past the 35. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down throw by Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So second down coming up. They've got a man in motion. Williams throwing again here on second down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So they're left facing third and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He'll throw it. Swift hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He's going deep this time. Defender's there. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Here we go. Here we go.
They motion a receiver left.
Set.
Out of the gun, Young. Taken in by Likely. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers only up by a few. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Hubbard again. And he gets this forward to the 19. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ready.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They run again with Hubbard. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Ready. Break. Down. Ready.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Bears have some new life in the 4th. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. up to pass. He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Set, hut. Set.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Go now. Set, hut.
Now a run with Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! And he drives this forward to the 6. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire?